All right, so unfortunately, early fall for Stevie means we've got Joel Howley up next. As you see, Joel getting himself into his binding, using that power drill. He obviously, as most people know, has got a little unique setup, but has found something that's worked for himself. It's great to see Joel back in the States. I believe first time he's been back since 2019. Obviously coming off the World Championship win there in 2019 in Malaysia, had the injury. Had to take a little time off, recover, but he's back. I know he skied Mumba earlier this year, and this is the next big event. He's been skiing in the winter, but he said it's been a little cold, so he's excited to get out here, enjoy the California sun, and it'll be interesting to see what Joel has in store for us today. I know he said he's got the time on the water, but be a little different coming from the cold water, skiing in a wetsuit. But I know he got some practice rides this week, so here he is coming in 32 off.
Nice easy warm-up pass there for Joel at 32 off. Shortening the line to 35 to come back. Still in the lead, Ryan Canepa with 5 buoys at 39. Joel, second pass, 35.
Another warm-up pass for Joel. So I know we saw the little shot with him with his binding. I know I've talked with him a bit. Just feels like it can give him some more pressure. Having higher up the shin, able to get into the front of the ski, really get that ski to come over right there in the turn, as we see on the replay from 5 to 6. This is also a Masters qualifying event, so winner of each division, each event, punch their ticket into the Masters. Can we get rid of that?
$38 off now.
Joel riding the Conley ski. For coming out of the winter, he's looking pretty well. Definitely gets, yeah, you're right, Ryan. Definitely gets a lot more leverage, and I think that's, coming from the boot setup that he has. He's really able to get the ski over a lot more because of that.
But he handles the speed well, because usually with leverage means more speed, but he manages that real well at the buoy.
Yeah, I mean, as you'll see, we saw it the women, and definitely you'll see with the men. There's a lot of different techniques out there, but if you really look at it, there's some core fundamentals that all the skiers are doing, to be able to ski at this level. And a big thing, like you said, he's managing that speed even with getting more leverage, and it has to do with that work zone. If you're keeping that work zone, small, not pulling long, you're able to keep that water speed down, keep a tight line.
.39 now for Joel Howley. See if he'll be our first competitor to make it through this pass. He's our sixth skier today.
Yeah, Joel's in a good position right here. Nobody's run it so far. Still have a lot of skiers left behind him. See if he can set the pace, get through this 39. Nice looking gate around 1. A little slow at 2, over to 3. Expect a big 3 from Joel as we see there. Over to 4, around 5. There we go, our first 39.
Good skiing there for Joel.
In our men's slalom. So we look at the replay, Ryan. He lost the line just a little bit, but he didn't panic. He was able to still keep that work zone the same. He didn't go long into 3, able to set him up for a nice turn. Over to 4, great looking 5, 6, and out the gates.
Once again, the couch is open for breakfast. They've got breakfast burritos, loaded biscuits and gravy, bacon, eggs, and toast, and pancakes. And for a little later for lunch, they'll have cheeseburgers, pastrami sandwiches, Caesar chicken wraps, loaded nachos, and pulled pork sliders. So go on over and see the Couch food truck. They've done a great job this year, coming to quite a few of our local tournaments.
All right, we've got Joel back up, coming around the island, coming in 41 off. We saw last weekend it was a minimum. You needed a piece of 3, 2.5 was that 8th spot to get into the final. So I know Joel want to definitely get down the pass, put a little pressure on the rest of the field to come. We get through the gates around 1, a good-looking 1, over to 2, great-looking 2, over to 3. Joel's on his way, over to 4. Can he get outside of 4? He's outside of 4, over to 5. Can we see 41? Oh, great skiing, 5 buoys, 41 off, Joel Howley. And I believe that that might tie his PB or definitely be a PB. I'm not sure what the Australian national record is, but phenomenal skiing. Joel Howley coming out of the winter down in Australia, setting the stage in our open men slalom prelim here. 5 buoys, 41 off.
Give it up for Joel as he comes back to the dock. 5 at 41 to take the lead this morning. Sets the benchmark high with about 13 men left to go.
Yeah, Ryan, that's definitely a game changer. I mean, to have a big score, 5 at 41 like that, with this many guys left, everybody's gonna have their work cut out to get into that top 8. And Joel definitely sets the stage, and huge score early on in this men's slalom prelim. So you're seeing the replay there, Joel just a little down course at 4. I thought he, was going to be able to have a play on 5 with that being his onside, and like Ryan had mentioned earlier, you know, he gets a lot of leverage there. Phenomenal skiing, and we're going to go one Aussie to the next. Next up, we're going to have Nick Adams.